All right, so this morning at approximately 5:30, officers from task force with several different officers from different communities were executing a search warrant. At the time of the search warrant, the officers, there was an exchange of gunfire with the suspect and the officers. 2 officers were struck. The officers struck were from West Haven. I'm hearing non-life threatening, and we're praying for them and hoping they're okay. It became a standoff type situation, so that's why they were here for quite a long time. There were other people in the residence that the officers were concerned about getting out safely, as the suspect did fire multiple times at the officers during this time period. After a period of time, the suspect was not responding to officers who were trying to call him out, trying to talk him out, and then it was discovered that in one of the exchanges of gunfire, the suspect was struck and deceased. Right now, the Inspector General has arrived as per state statute. They are taking over the scene. The 2 officers are at the hospital being treated. They are definitely from West Haven. The state's attorney's office is here to assist with the investigation from the Inspector General. We are just going to be holding the scene. We have reopened the road, but we just say if you don't have to be in this area, don't be in this area. There is no threat to the public. And the inspector, all further questions will be referred to the Inspector General.
Can we ask any follow-ups?
Yes, the original search warrant was a state search warrant out of West Haven.
I saw the ATF was here. Can you speak to their involvement?
To my knowledge, they weren't directly involved. They just came to check on the officers.
The car that was towed away down there, what relation does that possibly have?
I'm not going to comment at this point. Approximately 5:30.
With all this exchange of gunfire, what's it like in there? Is there damage to some of the other apartments? And how does that affect people that live there?
I believe that once the scene is cleared by the investigators, that the rest of the apartments are okay. But during this time, numerous New Haven officers arrived on scene and cleared the apartments to make sure that everybody was safe. The first officers in the door, one of them was shot. I can't go further into it because there's a lot that went on, but one of the officers was shot in a position where they couldn't get him out right away, and the suspect was firing back.
Can you say, was there like a high volume of fire coming from the suspect? Was there anything of note in the firearms?
There was definitely multiple shots from the suspect, but I don't want to comment how many. I don't know yet. So.
Can you confirm if the suspect lived in this building?
I can't at this point. I don't believe he was registered here, but I have to double check that.
The state.
I want to read it before I comment on it.
That was my question.
Yeah.
Were there any residents? I know you said there was an exchange of gunfire. Were there any residents who had like a near miss, or did any of the angle of the gunfire go through any other apartments?
Not to my knowledge, but obviously we were concerned about the people that live in that apartment with the suspect.
And in the apartment where this was happening, you said there were so many people. Were there any kids in there, or just adults?
Yes, there was a 8-year-old child, and she's safe. 3 total. 4 total. The suspect and 3 others, sorry.
I think you might have said this, but there were no other injuries besides the 2 officers and the suspect, or?
Nope, besides those 3.
This area cautioned off behind you there. What do you know the details of why that is?
Well, the scene was larger at first because of the gunfire, so we're trying to shrink it down. So it's the back apartment on the back side.
Can you say how many?
First floor.
Can you say how many officers fired their weapons?
I can't say at this moment. They're doing protocol. They check everybody's bullets and do everything. So we hope to have more information this afternoon. Well, I mean, We got to check body camera and everything else, but we believe so.
Mayor, is there anything else you want to add just about this happening here in the city?
Yeah, so first of all, thank God the other individuals in the apartment are okay. There was an 8-year-old girl, an elderly gentleman, and an adult female. Thank God they're okay. I was talking to some of the family members that are associated with the individuals at the apartment. You can imagine just how scary this incident was for them. Also, it appears that the West Haven officers are going to be okay. They obviously were injured, but police officers in New Haven and our partner police officers in other towns, we work very, very closely together, and they're keeping us safe. And so when they get injured like this, it's terrifying. So I've been on the phone with both the mayor of West Haven to check in, make sure that they don't do anything, and she's been very involved and briefed by her chief of police. As folks know, with these types of officer-involved shootings, the inspector general takes over the investigation, and the city may will cooperate, but there's limited things that we can share, and we don't take the lead on the investigation. So we have to be patient for them to go through their process. They've been very thorough in the past, and we're confident that they will share the details they can.
When things like this happen and another town comes in to execute a search warrant here, what is the protocol? Do they call you guys, give you a heads up what's happening?
Yeah, there were New Haven officers on scene.
Can you say, was this a no-knock warrant or?
No. So the suspect was residing here today, but we don't know if they're registered on I don't believe they're registered as a